What is up, everybody? BlueDog35 here once again with some more Forza lap times. This time it is the 2004 Mitsubishi Lancer Evo 8 MR. It's all-wheel drive, 2.0 liter turbo inline 4-cylinder, 277 horsepower, so it's down 3 horsepower from the previous Lancer that I tested. This one weighs 3,109 pounds, so it's down a couple ponies and it's up a few pounds, even though this one is quite light by definition of the Lancer, because this one is the stripped out version. So it's the MR, so it's the hardcore whatever. It's got the BBS rims and all that stuff. I love this car. The car's awesome. Let's test it. Alright, here we are with our Evo 8. Very aggressive looking in the front end. They kind of made it kind of mean looking. This thing is awesome. I hope it handles well. I've never driven it in this game, so here goes nothing. I've driven a real one of these, but I've never driven it in this game. It's actually the fastest car I've ever driven. I've driven cars with ridiculous amounts of horsepower, and one of these was the fastest thing I ever drove. There was a dealership in Rochester, New Hampshire that had one that some like army guy had, and I guess he sold it because he got deployed or something like that. And it was a sleeper, so it didn't have a spoiler. It just had kind of like, it almost looked like the OZ Rally two-wheel drive one, and had a 90mm turbo. Thing was insane, and I did a full throttle pull from like halfway through first gear, basically until the guy next to me that was from the dealership was like wetting himself. And I looked down at the speedometer, and I was in fourth gear, and I looked down at the speedometer and I was doing like 115 miles an hour. It was absolutely crazy. And all that was in the span of like under 10 seconds. So it was a pretty fast car, and it was hauling my fat ass along. So it was pretty quick. I do like these cars. I'm a Subaru fanboy at heart, but I do like these cars. I'm one of the rare few who's, puts the whole Evo versus Subaru thing aside. And our time for this is a 129.169. So, as expected, for 300 some odd pounds heavier, it is a little bit slower. Not by a huge amount, but it's still slower. And on to the next one. We got another Lancer up next, I believe. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to give it a like and subscribe to BlueDog35 for more content like it. If you want to see a certain car tested in this series, be sure to suggest it in the comments below, and don't forget to check out the links in the description. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.